Welcome back, dear friends. Wishing you all a day filled with the abundant grace of Christ. We're honored to have you here, and we encourage you to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. Join us on this journey and watch this message unfold until the very end. In these uncertain and turbulent times, we often find ourselves seeking direction, comfort, and a deeper sense of purpose. And today, we bring you a message of profound importance, one that demands our immediate attention and action. The Virgin Mary, in a recent divine revelation, has shared an urgent message to the faithful, calling us to prepare for an impending spiritual and material storm unlike anything we've faced before. This message comes as a beacon of hope and a clear warning. The Virgin Mary has revealed that a period of great trials is approaching, both for the world and for each individual soul. The urgency of this communication cannot be overstated. As you read these words, take a moment to reflect. Could there be a reason you are hearing this message now? Divine intervention is never random. Each of us is being called to respond, to either heed the warning or risk facing serious consequences spiritually and materially. The Virgin Mary's words are not to be dismissed. She has made it crystal clear that ignoring this message could result in unexpected and devastating outcomes. The choice is now in our hands. At this pivotal moment, each one of us must decide: will we listen and prepare, or turn away and face the consequences? The future, both our own and the world's, may depend on the choices we make today. In a small church in Mexico, the Virgin Mary appeared, her presence bathed in an unearthly light. Her eyes, filled with both sorrow and compassion, conveyed the weight of her message. She warned of a storm that would test humanity's spiritual strength, as well as its physical resilience. This storm, she said, requires us to prepare, not only in material ways, but, more importantly, in spiritual ways. Mary's message is simple yet powerful. We must ready our souls. The challenges ahead will be both spiritual and material, and physical strength alone will not be enough. To overcome what is coming, we must strengthen our hearts with faith, seek solace in prayer, and cultivate a deep, abiding spiritual life. This is not a passive process. It demands active engagement. Mary calls on each of us to deepen our commitment to God, to pray fervently and consistently, and to allow our hearts to be transformed. Our prayers must be real, heartfelt, and not just recited out of habit. This is the moment for true spiritual awakening. Let us not wait until it's too late. The time to act is now. As we face the unknown, let us unite in prayer and faith, taking this call to heart. Together, with the Virgin Mary as our guide, we can navigate the storm and emerge stronger, more spiritually connected, and prepared for the days ahead. As we face the trials ahead, it is those who fortify their souls through prayer and unwavering dedication who will be best equipped to handle the coming challenges. In the darkness, faith will serve as a guiding light, illuminating our path and shielding us from forces unseen. It will become our refuge, a fortress against the storms. But this journey is not meant to be walked alone. The Virgin Mary's message underscores the power of unity in these testing times. We cannot face the spiritual and material storms ahead in isolation. Mary's message calls us to unite in faith, to come together as families, as communities, as believers. The strength of our collective faith will be the shield that protects us, and the support we offer one another will be the lifeline that helps us endure. Together, we build a spiritual stronghold that is impenetrable. When we pray together, we form an unbreakable bond that will hold us up, even in the most trying of circumstances. It is crucial to understand that the challenges we face will test not only our individual faith, but also our ability to endure together as a united people. Our resilience will come not just from our personal belief, but from the shared strength of those around us. The Virgin Mary reminds us that now is the time for compassion, for charity, for supporting one another. Those with a strong spiritual foundation must lend their strength to those in need. This is not a time for division, but for solidarity. We must unite, not just in spirit, but in action, reaching out to help those who are struggling. In doing so, we build a community that can weather any storm, no matter how fierce. Mary also forewarned of significant material challenges on the horizon: social upheaval, economic instability, and practical hardships. These will affect our daily lives in ways that are difficult to predict. But while spiritual preparedness is paramount, we cannot ignore the practical steps necessary to safeguard ourselves and our loved ones. The Virgin Mary emphasizes that it is essential to make provisions for the physical challenges that are coming. We must ensure that our homes are prepared, that we have enough food and supplies to weather the storm, and that our families are safe. Spiritual readiness must be paired with practical actions. Compassion and charity play a key role in this preparedness. As we fortify ourselves, we must also reach out to those who are less fortunate, the sick, the destitute, and the vulnerable. This is not just an act of kindness, it is a spiritual duty. By showing love and compassion, we not only strengthen our own faith, but we also build the bonds of community that will sustain us all through difficult times. In her revelation, Mary also spoke of a coming spiritual conflict, one that will test entire nations, particularly Mexico. This battle, however, will not be visible in the way we might expect. It will not be fought with weapons or armies. Rather, it will be a battle of the spirit, a conflict that will challenge our values, our faith, and our sense of community. The forces at work will be subtle, testing our resolve and trying to sow discord, anxiety, and hopelessness. These forces will attempt to pull us away from our divine calling, leading us to seek material solutions to spiritual problems. Mary warns us not to fall into the trap of relying on human solutions to these deep spiritual struggles. Only through prayer, faith, and divine guidance will we find the protection and strength we need. These trials will not be easy, and they will tempt us to look for answers outside of God's will. But Mary assures us that those who hold firm to their faith, who cling to prayer and divine direction, will endure. The time to prepare is now. Our faith will be our armor, our unity will be our strength, and our prayers will be the sword that cuts through the darkness. As we face these trials, let us remember, the greatest power lies not in what we can do alone, but in what we can accomplish together under God's watchful eye. Prepare your heart, your soul, your community, and your home, for the storm is coming, but those who are faithful will endure. The Virgin Mary's message, despite the ominous warnings of what lies ahead, is ultimately one of hope and transformation. In the trials and hardships that are coming, there is a divine purpose. These challenges, rather than being punishments, are opportunities for spiritual purification and growth. Though they will test our faith, they will also fortify it. Those who endure these trials with faith will emerge stronger, more virtuous, and even closer to God. The Virgin's words serve as a reminder that we are never alone, especially in our darkest moments. She is with us, guiding, protecting, and comforting us through the storms of life. While the road ahead may be difficult, those who remain faithful and seek her intercession will find themselves with a deeper understanding of God's plan for humanity. Now is not the time for despair or fear. It is a moment to embrace these difficulties as the means to grow spiritually. Each challenge we face can cleanse our souls, drawing us ever closer to the divine light of God. The Virgin Mary makes it clear in her message that now is the time to act. There is no time to waste. Those who fail to prepare will be caught off guard by the forces shaping our future. It is imperative that we take both spiritual and practical steps to prepare. Begin by strengthening your relationship with God. Make prayer a daily practice in your life, and invite your family and community to join you in prayer. Build spiritual bonds with those around you, as together you will create a shield of faith that will protect you in the times ahead. It is also essential to prepare for any material hardships that may come. Keep provisions for your family, such as food and necessities, to weather any unforeseen circumstances. Above all, continue to help those in need. Acts of kindness and generosity will not only uplift your soul, but also strengthen your community in the face of adversity. Though the stakes are high and time is short, there is hope for those who act swiftly. The Virgin Mary assures that those who respond to her call will be protected. Not only will you endure the coming challenges, but you will also emerge stronger, flourishing spiritually and materially. This message is clear. We are entering a time of great testing and immense potential. Faith will provide security and solace to those who prepare their hearts and communities. While we will face significant trials, we will also have the opportunity to renew our connection with God and purify our spirits. The time to act is now. Don't wait. Prepare your community, your family, and yourself through prayer, charity, and unwavering faith. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. The Virgin Mary's protection and guidance will accompany you every step of the way. Together, united in faith, we will overcome the obstacles ahead and embrace a future filled with hope, strength, and spiritual resilience. Thank you for being part of this journey. Your presence and participation in this message are powerful and meaningful. May the shared stories of our humanity uplift and inspire you until we meet again.